if you want to crush your dating life this summer and get consistent dates every single week, not only this summer, but actually for the rest of your life, then you landed on the perfect video. A few days ago, I ran one of my biggest online events so far, and it was called the Elite Dating Masterclass. And what you're about to see is an extract, a snippet from that masterclass that I ran. Now, I can't include all the content that I've included there because there's a lot of graphic pictures and a lot of things that could get me in trouble. But I'm gonna include what I can, and you'll have a pretty decent idea on how we conduct things in my company and how we help men to level up their dating lives. Now, at the end of this video, you'll also have the opportunity to book a call with myself or my team to get to know more about what we do and to potentially work with us to crush your dating life in the next few weeks. So without further ado, enjoy this video and I'll see you later. Now, there's a bunch of systems that I teach my clients, okay? There's cold approach systems, there's online dating systems, there's social circle systems. We're gonna cover some of these systems and we're gonna cover a lot more, and I'm gonna show you literally some of the best strategies that I've been able to come up with the past few years. On this masterclass, you're gonna learn how to become visible to women and really like stand out, how to date high-level women and not waste your time. We're going to cover the easiest DM system to book 2-3 dates per week. And this is, we're going to use Instagram for this. How to build a superstar mentality. We're going to cover cold approach as well. A lot of cool stuff about cold approach and much, much more. So by now, you should ask yourself a few things. You should ask yourself things like, okay, how can I actually approach women? How do I actually DM women? How do I escalate the conversations? How can I date 8s, 9s, and 10s? I don't like to say 10s because there's no 10 on earth. Anytime a guy tells me, oh, how can I get the 10? Oh, I want to get a 10. Anytime a guy talks about 10, like for me, it's kind of an amateur sucker mindset because there's no 10. It's a delusion. Like no woman is perfect. So I don't like to put women on a pedestal like, oh, she's perfect, she's a 10. So that's one caveat. But I'm going to show you how to date those beautiful women. And you should ask yourself all these questions by now. So we're going to cover that. I have all the answers to that, and much better answers than you'll probably find elsewhere. So my goal is to get you from asking yourself, why can't I date the same girls as those guys, or why can't I get consistent dates, to fuck yeah, now I know what to do, now I know how to do it, and fuck yeah, I'm just gonna implement this and get dates right now. And the best thing is, you don't need to have $1 million in your bank account or be rich, okay? You don't need to look like a movie star. You don't need to be the most confident guy in the room. And that means everyone can do it. Assuming you're a normal, healthy individual who is between 18 years old and 70 years old. If you're between 18 years old and 70 years old and you have the ability to walk, to talk, to hear, and to see, then it can work for you. And I assume you can walk, talk, hear, whatever, like you're a well-functioning human, okay, if you're on this webinar. If you are, then it's going to work for you. Now, who the fuck am I to say that? Well, for those of you who don't know me, because there's a few of you who don't know me, here's why I gave myself the permission to talk about this. First of all, I became one of the world's youngest dating coaches when I was 21 years old, because I started pretty early. And as you know, I'm on a mission to help men like yourself to get the lifestyle they deserve. And for the past 10 years, I've built the biggest dating program for entrepreneurs, CEOs, and busy professionals. I've helped more than 5,000 guys with my books, with my programs, and I've helped over 1,000 guys face-to-face, personally, and in real life. Like I've conducted dozens of boot camp and seminars and all of that. So literally, I've helped more than 6,000 guys so far, whether from the books that they purchased, or the programs they purchased, or real life boot camps or seminars. So I kind of know what I'm doing. And that's thousands of results as well. Like my client get dates every week. And that's why I'm so entitled to talk about this, because I've seen it over and over and I know how to solve your problems when it comes to dating. I just know it's not going to be instant. There's no magic pill. But if you implement the right systems with the right actions and you're disciplined, you're going to get results consistently. And I'm going to show you different systems.
online systems, approaching systems, social circle systems. That's what I'm going to show you.
Now, by the way, I've cut some parts of this video because there's a lot of graphic content, as I said, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get deplatformed or have my profile shut down. So I had to really cut some of the stuff I said. But I'm gonna plan to do some other master classes live, so you can just join my email list or join my school community below, and you'll see that there's gonna be some announcements there if I ever do a master class again this year. But I should do one this year as well. In any case, I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and let's continue.
I've done it hundreds of times, guys. Like it's actually easy once you have a system. And so I'm going to show you everything. But the question is, will you try it? Will you implement the things I'm going to show you? Because knowledge without action is only potential power. Knowledge is only power when you act on it. So will you try it? Because those people that I've shown you on these screenshots and the people that have gotten results with my programs, they tried it. They've put things into action, and as a result, they've changed their lives. Like Chris, for example, he transformed his life, not just in dating, but in general. Now he's making multiple six figures a year with his business. Because I not only help people with their dating life, but a lot of my clients come to me for business as well. And a lot of them, I've helped them with their business too, because a lot of the things you learn in seduction are literally, applicable to business, like 100%. Like dating equals sales. And a lot of the principles we teach in dating are applicable to your sales efforts or to how you conduct your business. So anyways, there's so many success stories. Andre as well, he was getting zero action with women, like zero sex, nothing. And after my program, he's been getting dates and getting laid like literally every week or every month or whenever he wants to. And there's no difference. Like you can do the same. All these guys, they're no different than you. Like you can do it too. Now, let's start. So important things to understand. Dating has changed nowadays. Like women are getting unlimited attention without giving any sex in return. Like a lot of women are on social media, gathering attention, gathering likes and followers and comments and all of that. But they're just not giving sex. They're getting free attention from guys for nothing. So male attention is hyperinflated right now. There's a huge inflation on our attention. And as a man, it's harder to stand out nowadays because women have so many options with dating apps, with social media, with all of that. Now, if something hyperinflates in the market, the choices are as follows. You either do something to restore the value of that currency, which is your attention, or you give a lot more of that currency to get what you want. So either you position yourself as a top 1% guy who stands out and really restore the value of your attention, or you have to, give a lot more attention to women and chase them and follow up and all of that to get what you want. But it's a hassle. And society lies to you every day. Like, oh, just get a nice job, get a nice house, get shredded, get a car. All these things are cool, but without game, you will lose and you will attract the wrong women. And any relationship you get into will have flaws and will eventually die and end. Probably all the relationships that you're going to have if you don't learn these systems you're going to make mistakes, because it's not about the money. It's really about your frame and your understanding of female psychology and who you are, like your character as a man. It's not about the what, it's about the who. It's about who's doing it. And a lot of people think, oh, if I just have the job, the career, the business, then women will open their legs without saying a word. But that's the biggest scam of the 21st century. This is why so many people chase like a fancy career, but they end up with some just horrible wife, that ends up divorcing them and taking, half their assets. And 90% of men think they need to make millions of dollars first, or they need to be the CEO and whatever, but you don't need that. You don't need that. Now, between 1989 and 2008, the percentage of sexually inactive men went from 14% to 23%, which means that 1 in 4 guys are not having sex. Literally, 1 in 4 guys are not getting laid at all in the world. That's billions of men. And, if you think you need to be rich, well, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, with hundreds of billions of dollars in their pocket still couldn't find the right women. Now, Jeff Bezos, he married Lauren Sanchez recently, which I think is a horrible choice because that girl, I mean, you can tell already. You just look at her, you can tell she's like damaged goods. Like she's been with so many football players. She looks like, yeah, she literally looks like the perfect gold digger. So literally like Jeff Bezos, he needs to learn game. Bill Gates as well. Now, even billionaires are left for another man. And even famous guys, like you've seen Will Smith with his fucking wife, Brad Pitt with Angelina Jolie. This guy, I forgot his name, but he's a famous actor. I think he's Channing Tatum. I don't know. I forgot his name. But all these guys, they just got left. And it's not because they're a movie star that they're like, they're indifferent or they can't fail, you know? Like even $1 billion and a movie star lifestyle is not going to solve your problems with women unless you understand the right principles and you have the right systems. So anyways, there's one thing that you need if you want to succeed. And guess what? It's a system, as I said in the beginning, and I'm going to show you how to get there. Now, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And this is a quote actually by James Clear. Renz, you talked about Atomic Habits. Well, it's actually one of my favorite books when it comes to habit formation. And yeah, amazing book. And I think this quote illustrates exactly my point, where you can have the best goals. You can literally, I'm sure some of you in your New Year's resolution, you wrote like, oh, I want to date, you know, an amazing woman this year. I want to make X amount of money. I want to be healthy and work out. But did you actually achieve that yet? Some of you probably not, especially when it comes to dating. And the reason why is because you didn't put the proper systems in place. Because you can have the best goals, but without a system, it's just a wish. It's literally just a wish. So what does a system even mean when it comes to dating? That means that you implement a proven step-by-step process into your dating life. You know what to do, why you're doing it, and how to do it. And to make it extra simple, it's basically having a roadmap to success with women. You know, do this, do this, do this, and boom, you get the results. You know, you have like a checklist of things to do. You have a step-by-step, literally checklist, like an operation system of how you conduct your dating life, you know? And that's what I'm going to provide you right now. And the truth is, it took me 10 years to make it work. So you can use it now and get literally overnight results, because I've tested it and thousands of my clients have tested it and it's proven to work. So if you just listen to me, you're going to get there. Now, why is it important to have the right dating system? The thing is, first, you want to become a real 1% man. Like you don't want to chase women your whole life like 99% of men do. You want to chase growth, you want to chase focus, purpose, because women, as I said, are not the priority. But a system just gives you the ability to become that premium option in the market, that option that really has like a top 1% dating life. Because if you're not a premium option and if you don't position yourself as a premium man to women, like you're going to be just positioned as an average guy. And guess what? You're going to attract average women. And if you know how to position yourself as a premium man, then you can transform your dating life in literally a week. And I'm going to show you how. Okay. Now let's start with some cold approach stuff real quick. And then we're going to cover some online stuff, etc. Because I showed you earlier, I have different systems, right? I have cold approach systems. I have online systems. I have social circle systems. There's different systems. We're going to start a bit with like a few cold approach stuff and then online. So one of the first systems that I'm going to teach you is going to be the cold approach system, the verbal system. Because even if you text a beautiful woman online, let's say, sorry, I need to admit someone. Let's say you text a beautiful woman online or you approach a woman in real life. Well, you still need to have the conversational skills and the verbal systems to make her attracted to you, to make her invested sexually, right? I'm sure some of you are seeing beautiful women every day. Like every day, if you go out, you're seeing a few beautiful women, maybe 1, 2, 3 more, depends how long you're out. And for some reason, some of you are not approaching them and you're not taking that chance. Maybe it's because you don't know what to do. Maybe it's because you have a bit of anxiety and you don't know, like you don't want to make it awkward, right? And so hence the importance of mastering cold approach and mastering the art and science of high status conversational skills. Because listen, I'm not a pickup guru. I'm not a pickup guy. I'm not a pickup artist. And I actually despise pickup artists. I actually I actually hate pickup artists. The reason why is because it's bullshit. It's literally bullshit. Like just you learning a line is not going to make you ultimately successful with women long term. It's just a facade. It's just some gimmicks. Like 99% of the industry, 99% of the dating industry is going to sell you some slimy shit. Okay, it's going to sell you some cheesy fucking lines, some cheesy scripts or whatever. It's not going to work long term. It's not going to work for you. So you need to learn how to have high status conversational skills, not some slimy pickup line that you've seen on an infield footage on YouTube. Okay, all these guys with their, you've probably seen these on social media, like the guys with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, like the POV stuff. Who here has seen like some POV stuff on social media? Like the Ray-Ban guys, you know, just doing like an approach on Instagram or an approach, you know. Well, all these guys that are doing the POV stuff, they're saying some flashy shit, but that shit is not actually gonna work that much, and it's not even genuine. Like, oh, where did you get that? And then the girl says what? And then the guy says, oh, your smile is beautiful, blah blah blah. All that stuff is bullshit. All these pickup lines, it's cool, but you don't want to rely on those gimmicks, man. Like you got to be a high value guy who understands like the right communication principles, not some line you've seen on a POV video or an infield. Now, there's a quote that says, you know, only dead fish go with the flow. And that's absolutely true. Like if you go with the flow when it comes to what to say, if you just go through the motions with women in your conversations, you're not going to have a repeatable outcome. You're not going to close the deal consistently. And that's why most guys don't close consistently. It's because they kind of go through, like they just go with intuition, which is important too. I'm not saying you need to recite a script, but you need to have kind of an anatomy of a conversation in place. Like anytime I have a conversation with women, there's certain steps, there's a certain structure. That doesn't mean I'm repeating a line at all. That means I'm just following a structure so that I can just intelligently move her through the right steps psychologically, you know, because there's a lot of psychological things that need to happen for her to open her legs for you, obviously. And you got to tick a few things. There's a kind of a checklist in place. Now, we're not going to cover everything in depth here, but obviously when you approach a woman, let's say in the street or at the gym or in the grocery store or whatever, there's a few steps, right? The first step is you're going to have to learn how to open. You're going to need to open. Now, I always tell my guys, you need to open in a direct way. Don't beat around the bush. Don't ask her what the time is or, you know, the directions or whatever. Just be straight. Like, hey, I know it's random. I just saw you. I thought you looked cute. I just wanted to meet you real quick. Or, hey, I just saw you. You looked interesting. I want to say hi to you. Hi, where are you from? Like something direct, okay? You don't want to comment on, you know, the time or ask a random question or talk about the weather, okay? You're there because you want to potentially, you're interested in her romantically. You're not interested in her to just have a friendly conversation. Now, after this, you need to transition. After every opener, you need a good transition. And the best way is to have some great observational skills and be great at cold reading and at asking the right questions. I'm going to teach you this as well. We also cover, you know, how to have amazing conversations that lead to actually her being interested in you, how to vibe with women, like how to actually build attraction. We teach flirting and humor and playfulness and all of that. And all these things can be taught because there's behind all these mechanisms of like flirting and vibing and all of that, there's some things you need to do. Now, also we cover how to qualify her, how to close, how to deepen the conversation by asking, you know, more personal questions and how to actually sexualize as well sometimes. Now, you don't need to sexualize too much if it's a cold approach during broad daylight. Like if it's like daytime approach in the street, you don't need to be like super sexual. But in a nightclub, if you want to pull her, then you do. And I show you a lot of things. Now I'll also show you how to move things forward for an instant date, all of that. And as I said, it's not just about, you know, reciting lines. You still need to free associate. You still need to make the conversations interesting and use creative and emotional associations. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Like anytime a woman mentions something in the conversation, that's an element that you can take to bounce back off of it and build the conversation further. Like women are going to give you hints in every conversation. Women are going to give you hints if you ask the right questions, and then you can build up on that. You can always build up on what they give you, and you can always free associate things if you're good at that, and you can get good at that if you practice what I'm going to show you. And inside my program, we also cover the Bulletproof approach system, which is a system that allows you to approach women consistently. I call it the ACCQC system. There's 5 steps, and it's super, super powerful. We're going to cover that as well. But if you want consistent and predictable results or success in this area, you need to have a clear system verbally and when it comes to conversation as well. You know, now you're not going to be compatible with everybody. But if there's a fitment, like if the girl is single and available, then you can easily convert 80% of the women you're talking to. Like right now, if I talk to a woman and she's single and she's available, I pretty much know like I'm going to convert most of the time, like most of the time. And I spent more than 8 years learning this. So, and as I told you, this is not some pickup lines or whatever. These are actual systems that have allowed me to date some of the most beautiful women. Like literally, I've dated models, I've dated guys literally in Playboy magazines or in some fucking shows, like TV shows and stuff. Especially in Estonia, I've literally dated like famous singers here and stuff like that. So although each woman is unique and each human is very different, most conversations can be pretty predictable. Like honestly, most conversations at this point, like I've had literally more than 10,000 conversations with different women, and it's pretty predictable, guys. Like, yes, there are some uniqueness to each woman, but overall, like there's a lot of predictability that you can instill if you have the right systems. So as I said, I'm not going to teach you some fucking pickup line and recite them like a parrot, I don't want you to recite things robotically. You know, I want you to understand the communication principles behind them. And this is basically real life social hacking. And these high status communication skills, like these verbal systems, they're gonna not only get you better with women, but they're gonna help you sell better in your business or in your career. Like these skills are gonna help you literally become that guy who closes deals, who makes negotiations with other powerful men, who is able to really have like some powerful alliances with men and close deals. You know, like it's really about having that $1 million mouthpiece. Literally, you're gonna have that $1 million mouthpiece not only with women but also with other men as well. Because if you can influence, persuade, and seduce women consistently, then guess what? You're also going to be able to influence bankers, lawyers, prospects, friends, investors, all of that. So I just want to stress the importance of this. And Warren Buffett, I mean, I guess you guys know Warren Buffett. He said, if you can improve your communication skills by only 10%, you would easily double your income. And you can Google it, Warren Buffett. He has been trained by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie is literally the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. And he said that the Dale Carnegie training was probably the most valuable thing that he has done in his whole career. That single thing made him a billionaire. It's not just his investment knowledge that made Warren Buffett a billionaire. That's also his communication skills. And Charlie Munger, which is his business partner, I mean, he died now 2 years ago, but he was his business partner in Berkshire Hathaway. He said the same thing. So anyways, now let's talk about online systems, messaging, and date setting. So there's a 3-step process that we're going to cover today when it comes to online. Number one, how to be visible and stand out online, how to find the high value women online, and how to send the right message. Okay. So first, let's talk about how to become visible online. So what does that mean? That means like you show yourself to women, you show yourself to the dating market, and women can finally see you and you can stand out, and they match with you. They like your photos. They're actually literally coming to you. And online presence, having the right online presence gives you a chance to show yourself in the best possible way as a premium man. And the best way to do that is to set a high level Instagram account. I'm very, very big on Instagram. Let me tell you why. A few years ago, I also thought that I had a big advantage when it came to dating. Like I was studying in one of the best business schools in the world in Canada. Like you can see my student card here in on the screen from McGill University. I was in McGill University. It's literally the best business schools in Canada right now, McGill University. And I was also starting my first e-commerce store at the same time. Like I was literally going to school, the business school during the day, and starting my e-commerce business at night. And ironically, at that time, even though I was on the best business school and I was starting to make money with e-commerce, I had very little success with women compared to now because I didn't have a system. I was mainly relying on dating apps. And back in the day, I wasn't really cold approaching because I don't know, I wasn't really doing it. And I just rely on DMing women, and most of them wouldn't respond, and the conversation would just fizzle out. I would spend hours every week swiping on Tinder, on Bumble, blah, 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 without any results on dating apps as well. So I made a decision. In August 2018, I decided I've had enough of losing time on social media, and I wanted to take my dating life to the next level and my life in general to the next level. So that summer, through some connections that I've been able to leverage, I started working as a club promoter for one of the best clubs in Montreal, Canada. So I was actually the club promoter of one big club there called École Privée, which was one of the best clubs in Montreal. I don't know if it's still there. I think it's still there. And I started connecting with some of the best promoters in the world. Like when you get into the nightlife scene, you start connecting with other promoters and other nightlife gurus and stuff, you know? And during that same year, basically, I traveled to London as well to visit my friend. And I got hosted by someone in my network. And that someone was in fact the best friend and the roommate of one of the best club promoters in Paris at the time. He was a French guy. And I spent some time with him and I actually, worked for him for a while. And he taught me everything I needed to know about Instagram and how to leverage it to bring girls. Like literally that guy, I owe him so much, that guy, that club promoter. His name is Vincent. He's one of the best promoters in Paris. He was managing like L'Arc and Matignon and some of the best clubs in Paris. And basically he showed me everything about Instagram and how to leverage the best, how to bring girls, etc. And I went from bringing like 3-4 girls a night in that nightclub that I was working with to bringing literally 20 girls per night. I was like, after he showed me what he was doing, I went from 3-4 girls a night to bring to the nightclub to 20 girls per night. And I was paid like $100 per girl that I bring every night. So literally I went from making like $300 per night whenever I was bringing girls to that nightclub to making like $2K or more sometimes in one night. And literally I would do that every week just because I switched like a couple of things in my Instagram and I understood like the whole DM system. So let's cut to the chase. If you're just relying entirely on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, etc., like you're setting yourself up to failure if you're just using these, okay? Like you're swiping endlessly, you're wasting a bunch of time, you're matching with flaky girls, most of your interactions won't go anywhere at all, it's just a waste of time. Meanwhile, the women you actually want, trust me, they're on Instagram. And even if they're on dating apps, they're on Instagram as well. Instagram isn't just a regular app, it's a social powerhouse. This is where men decide if you're worthy of respect and where women decide if you're worth it and attractive. This is where women showcase their lives, their interests, their standards. Like high value women, the ones you'd actually want to date, they rarely waste their time on Tinder and Bumble, etc. Some of them do. Like you're gonna find one dime out of 20, but honestly, most of them, the highest value ones, are on Instagram and not on dating apps because they know that dating apps, they're full of creepy guys, weirdos, guys who are just thirsty with zero standards. And pretty much all the hottest girls in any city are on Instagram. And even if you do manage to have a conversation with a hot girl on Tinder or whatever, before she meets you, she's probably gonna wanna ask if you have Instagram or another social media to verify that you're real. Like even if you manage to have a perfect texting thing on Tinder, they still want to see how you look online. They still want to see your Instagram just to see if you're not just a weirdo or a catfish, So if you are using Instagram as a dating tool, you can tap into that off-market dating generating machine. And I personally use Instagram every single week. Every single week I use Instagram. I book dates with Instagram and my best clients as well. And here's the biggest reason as well why you should use Instagram as a busy guy is that it saves you time. Like most driven guys on this call don't have the time to fucking swipe for 3 hours a day, okay? But with Instagram, you can literally reach out to 50 girls. I'm going to show you some systems. 50 girls in less than 30 minutes. And you can do it anywhere in the world, in every city you go to, and it works everywhere. I've done it in Bali, I've done it in Bangkok, I've done it in London, I've done it in Warsaw, in Tallinn, you name it, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, I've done it everywhere. And in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to actually book those dates with your DMs. This is literally a screenshot of how my Instagram looks like on an average day. On an average day, my Instagram looks like this, my DMs, like girls are replying, conversations are going, and it's always like this, literally always, unless I do nothing. Of course, for every input, there's an output. So you still need to have an input, but if you have the right input, you will get results. So the important thing to understand first is that a high level Instagram is a must have right now in 2025. Okay. It's literally a must have. So here's how to set up your account and make it so good that honestly, half your job is done once you have the right profile, before you even DM. Okay. So number one, you need to have the right bio. Your bio is absolutely critical. Like you need to have the right elements that stand out. Your bio is basically a bullet point summary of all the high status things you're doing. Like if you're a business owner, put it there and tag your business. If you've traveled a lot of countries, just say that. If you, I don't know, you have like a special skill or hobby, put it there, because it's important for people to know within the first 3 seconds who you are, who you're helping, what you're doing. They want to know. Now, highlights as well. There's a spelling mistakes here, but it's fine. I'm just gonna share it again. Sorry, I need to share my screen again. But highlights, basically, 1 second, continue sharing. 1 second, I need to share my screen for some reason, but yeah, okay, now it's good. Sorry about that. So yeah, basically highlights are stories that you save to your profile. And these are very important. When you post a story on Instagram, it stays for 24 hours only. But when you save it to a highlight, it's going to remain on your profile. And women, when they look at your profile, yes, they're going to look at your photos, but they also want to look at your highlights because they want to see how you live your life day to day. So if you're at parties, film it. If you're in restaurants, just post it. If you're at the gym, post it. Like show your lifestyle, because women want to date men that have a life they want to be a part of. And so you want to show them a lifestyle that's appealing to them. And stories and highlights and all of that, that helps. Now, followers as well. You need to have a minimum amount of followers. I would say have minimum 1K followers. If you have more than 1K, it's a bit low because most women have 1K plus. So you want to usually DM women who have either equal or about the same amount of followers, or not too, because if you have, let's say 500 followers and you DM a girl with 5,000, that's too much of a discrepancy. It's too much of a gap. So you want to DM women that ideally have equal or less followers than you, ideally. That's why you need a bit of social proof. But I'm going to show you in my program how to get literally, like, you can get 5,000 followers, 1,000 followers, 500 followers in 2 minutes. Like in 2 minutes, you can have 1,000 followers. Like literally, I'm going to show you how. Now, high status secret number one when it comes to your profile. No one else in the photo besides yourself. Like 99% of your pictures on Instagram should only contain yourself. Like no need to post your friends, your family, your cat, whatever. Like just have yourself in high status environments. Secret number two, when people take pictures of you, don't look at the viewer. Don't look at the camera, because you want to look like an actor in a movie where like you're doing your thing and then people are just watching. It's like you're the hero of your own movie and like there's a paparazzi taking a picture and you're not even aware of it. That's the vibe you want to convey. You don't want to be looking straight at the camera. It's not the best practice. Now, high status secret number three is no selfies at all, and not even selfies in front of the mirror. I see so many guys, they want to maybe showcase their physique and they take a selfie in the bathroom, like shirtless. Even those, no need to do that, especially on your feed. Maybe on your story, that's okay. But on your feed, just post like clean stuff that people, like a third party person took of you, like a photo that someone else took of you, not a selfie, not a photo you took yourself. Now, high status secret number 4, when you take a picture, don't just take it and then post it on Instagram without any editing. No, just go on your native photo app if you have an iPhone, and you can edit maybe you can edit the photo, like you can put more brightness, more saturation, more contrast, like play with it. But there's a bunch of apps too. Like there's Snapseed, it's a free app. There's Vesco, VSCO, free app, and you can color grade your pictures, because if you post the picture unedited, it's going to be maybe a 7 out of 10 compared to you editing it. That would make it a 9 out of 10, you know? So you can always improve the quality of the picture by color grading it as well. And it's going to stand out and pop more as well on the feed. Now, high status secret number 5 is your photos must be in high status environments. Like, don't take a picture in some random like gas station or McDonald's or whatever. Like, take pictures in luxury hotels, luxury restaurants, cool like vacations, like tropical things, or like take pictures in cool environments. Okay, that's very important. And you don't need to be rich for that. Literally any one of you here can afford to wear a shirt and go in a fucking hotel and grab a coffee there. Like, any one of you here can wear a shirt, go to a nice restaurant, grab a coffee, or even order some water and take some fucking photos there. Okay, so high status secret number 6 is don't post some random shit or food as well. I see so many guys, they post like some random food or whatever. No, you gotta stand out. Now, those tips already are gonna really increase your chances online by at least 60%. But there's a lot more. Okay, there's a lot more. I've helped Ben. Ben is one of my clients. He's the founder of Reality Check, which is a company in Canada. And basically, I've helped this guy go from 3,000 followers when we started to 42K followers. Plus, look at his pictures now. If you look at the photo on the right, his pictures are much more higher status than what he used to have. Now he looks like a legit CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, traveling the world, etc. So anyways, now we've covered the first part. It's time to jump into the most interesting part, which is sending the right messages. This is probably what you've been waiting for, and we're going to cover that right now. I'm going to show you some examples. But first, let's understand what the texting process is about, because most men think that it's just talking to girls in the DMs, just like a chit chat. But that's the reason they fail, because they don't have a clear goal. The goal is not to chit chat with random girls. The goal is to set up a date as fast as possible. Like, the purpose of texting is to meet in real life as soon as possible. It's not to be her texting buddy. Okay. It's to go quick, have a quick conversation, and then after a few back and forths, bam, date. Okay. We need to run it like a business. Like, literally, I run my dating life like a business. Everything has a clear system, a clear goal, and the goal for dating is to book a date. So anyways, I have a full system. There's different steps in the system. So it all starts with a direct message. And then after that, either they're going to reply or not. So then you're going to get into a conversation. And then after that, if you have a great conversation, she's going to agree to meet up. So then you take her contact, and then you can set up a date, like the location and time and all of that. Okay. So having a system is crucial. We're going to cover that right now. So here's why the DM process is a must-do if you want results in your dating life. Number 1, Instagram is your modern day first impression. And literally, like, your Instagram equals your status, your lifestyle, your confidence, all in one snapshot. Like Instagram is your social resume, literally. That's what it is. It's your digital resume. That's what it is. And perception is reality. And number 2, women decide based on how you make them feel through the frame of your pictures and the frame you set in the conversations. So are you the man she feels pulled towards, or the one she forgets after a few messages? Do your words create a spark and direction, or just confusion and small talk? Are you the one setting the pace and leading the conversation, or are you the one waiting for her to decide, the time and place and all of that? Like, you need to be the decision maker. You need to be the one leading the conversation. Now, number 3, DMs. When you have the right DM system that I'm going to show you, it lets you scale your dating life. You can literally operate at scale instead of having to rely on one cold approach or one, you know, approach at the bar. When you have that DM system, you have scale as well. So that doesn't mean you shouldn't go out. I go out all the time, by the way. Like, you need to go out, you need to approach women in real life. I'm all for cold approach. I think cold approach is the best thing on earth. But having that online system is going to give you scale. It's like in business. You have organic traffic, which means you need to post content and you need to do YouTube videos and Instagram reels and blah, blah, blah. And then people might come to you, but it's very slow, it's organic. Or you can use paid ads and literally get in front of thousands of people in one click. Well, it's kind of the same thing with your dating life. Like, either you do one approach after the other, which is okay, you need that. You still need that. You still need organic traffic in your business, but you can also do paid ads or scale it so that you have more leverage, right? And DMs give you leverage. But remember, you're not in this to text girls all day. You're here to set up the date and then move back to work. Okay, the goal is to actually be productive. So anyways, keep in mind that summer is active. And if you actually focus on the system in the next 2-3 months, like, you're going to get so much more results, like in the next few months. Now it's time for real conversations. Let me show you what I'm doing. Okay. This is exclusive to this webinar. So if you've been on this webinar so far, congratulations, because you are literally going to see some real life examples of conversations I've had with some of my girls, the girls that I'm fucking now, literally. So let's go right now. I'm going to start with the first convo. This is a convo with Sophia. I don't know if you see my, let me know if you see my screen. 1 second. I'm just going to put Google Chrome. Yeah, do you see my screen? This is, let me know if you see my screen. I'm going to share right now. Still on the webinar. Do you see my screen, guys? Google Chrome? Okay. So this is literally a real life conversation that I had with my DM system with Sophia. This girl I fucked so many times. I forgot to count how many times I fucked her already. And it all came from this DM. Okay. So my first message is always like first name, comma, city, question mark. It's a very simple DM opener. And honestly, it's very easy. And it's mistake proof. Like, you can't make a mistake if you just send her name and city, question mark. There's no room for failure. Some of them might not reply, which is fine. It's also a volume game. You need volume as well. But yeah, this is my first DM. Sophia, comma, Tallinn, question mark. Then she says, hey, I'm here in Tallinn. So by the way, I live in Tallinn, Estonia. So if you guys don't know Estonia, Tallinn, Estonia, it's a beautiful country. I live here. Beautiful girls. We have actually the highest percentage of models in the world. Like, literally, it's a very small country, right? Like, there's Estonia population. Literally, there's like 1 million people. Okay, 1 million people. But all the girls are hot here. Most of them. Most of the girls are hot here. So you should come to Estonia, definitely. But anyways, I live in Tallinn, Estonia. Now, I sent Sophia, Tallinn, question mark. She says, hey, I'm here in Tallinn. I said, great, I'm here too. Are you Estonian? Question mark. I'm French myself. And then she says, yeah, I'm born here, but my parents both are Russian. Nice, okay. So then what I say usually after I determine if she's in my city, then I say, nice, okay. So what do you do here in Tallinn besides breaking hearts? This is something I like to say because it's a bit flirty. And at the same time, it moves the conversation forward. It's like, okay, what do you do here besides breaking hearts? And then she says, oh, well, besides breaking hearts, I'm studying regression therapy, blah, blah, blah. I'm in the Holistic Institute here in Tallinn, working on. So then I start saying, oh, okay, that's great, interesting. Would love to learn more about it. And then she asked me what I do. And this is where you can demonstrate a bit of value. This is where you can actually showcase what you do. So I say, okay, I have my business here, been here for 2 years so far, blah, blah, blah. So then she asked, how do you like it? I love it so far, And then I qualify her a little bit. I say, oh, do you like traveling? Let me know if you've been to Paris before. And then she says, yeah, I love traveling. And so then I said, have you ever dated a French guy before? Because I'm actually French. So it's in my advantage to ask that because I'm French and I live in a foreign country. So I said, oh, have you ever dated a French guy before? But if you're American, you can say, oh, have you ever dated an American guy before? If you're in a foreign country. But this is only one example, guys. Like, there's so many different scripts that I have, right? But this is just an example. So then I asked her, oh, have you ever dated a French guy before? She says, I mean, I've been on a couple of dates, but it didn't lead to anything, blah, blah, blah. So then I said, okay, I see. What about you? 2 years in Tallinn. And so then I make a voice note. And I say, yeah, I've been here for 2 years. Of course, I've dated a few girls in Tallinn, blah, blah, blah. We can grab a drink together. So anyways, then I make a voice note, and then I plan basically in the voice note, I tell her like, hey, we should grab drinks together, etc. And so then she says, okay, yeah, actually Monday sounds perfect. And so then I ask for her WhatsApp. One step is that you always want to ask for the WhatsApp if you can, because ideally you don't want to stay on the app. When you agree to meet in real life, it's better to take her WhatsApp. It solidifies things. So then she gives me her WhatsApp. She gives me her number here. And then we continue on WhatsApp. And next thing you know, I dated her and had sex with her, basically. But this is just one example. I'm going to give you some other examples, guys, because this obviously is just one example. Like I have literally dozens of examples, but I'm just going to show you a few here because we don't have time. So this is another convo with Elena. So same thing. I say, Elena, this is my opener. Literally, my opener is her name. Like, how easy is that? Like, it's so easy, guys. Like, you literally send her name. Elena, yes. Tallinn, yes. That's good. Best city, plus I'm here. So what do you do here besides breaking hearts? Ha ha ha. Besides that, I work and study. Nice. No. So then I saw that she was managing a coffee shop on her profile. So I said, oh, is this your coffee shop? So sometimes what you can do is actually you can comment on something you see on her profile if something stands out, and you can use that as a way to kind of break the ice a bit more and make up a conversation, but it's not necessary. And then she said, oh, it's just my latte art account. So then I said, oh, nice. I love cappuccinos. How old are you, by the way? She says 21. I said, okay, oh, that's a good age. Young enough to have fun, old enough to be smart. This is a nice line. I like to say that line sometimes. Young enough to have fun, old enough to be smart. She says, yes. Then I said, I'm French, by the way. Have you ever dated a French guy before? So this is also something I use, as I said, because I'm French and I live in a foreign country. So it's a good question to ask to lead to like a date. But let's say you're I don't know, a Spanish guy and you live in London and you're talking to an English girl. Well, you could say, oh, have you ever dated a Spanish guy before? And that's a good way to kind of lead into a date. So then she says, no, I have not. So then I said, haha, well, might be your lucky day then. I like to say that. If they say no, then I say, oh, might be your lucky day then. Do you like wine? And then I say, of course. She said, of course I like wine. And then I said, perfect. Then you know what? You seem fun. Let's have a drink together next week. See if we get along. The see if we get along is key here, because I'm not sold yet. It's just like, oh, see if we get along. That's a frame as well that I'm setting. Then she says, why not? So then I said, cool. How spontaneous are you? I'm thinking about tonight, if you can, otherwise beginning of next week. And then she says, no, I'm quite spontaneous, blah, blah, blah. And so literally this girl, actually, I remember now, this girl, she came same night. Literally, I DM'd this girl. Look. I DM'd this girl. Where's the timestamp? Yeah, I DM'd this girl at 6 p.m. You can see it here. It was in last September. I DM'd her at 6 p.m. And literally after the conversation, you will see like the conversation is getting dragged out. But literally after the conversation at the next day, because the conversation took a bit of time. The next day, she came to my place like directly. So literally she came to my place directly the next day. And then, yeah, the rest is history, guys. Like she came to my place and that's it. But I mean, there's so many steps, but yeah, basically this is just another example, but I have so many. Here's another. Okay. Last conversation. This is another one with, why is this not working? 1 second. I'm just going to unlock this. I don't know why this one is not properly working. 1 second. This is another conversation that I'm going to show you. Yeah, this is a convo with Gatling. So I've also dated this girl for a while. This girl is actually famous here. As you can see, she's verified. Literally, it's a verified account. She's verified. It's a girl I've been dating. So then she says, I said, Gatling, Tallinn. She says, yes. Then I said, great, I'm here too. Why did I never see you before? Why are you hiding? So this is also something I like to say sometimes because it's flirty and it puts her in reaction. Because in every conversation, you want to be at the cause and not at the effect. And this puts you straight at the cause. And like, she has to react to you now. And so then I said, oh, I travel a lot. Maybe that's why. So then I said, oh, I guess that's why then. Me too. Are you a blogger or a nomad? Blah, blah. And then she's like a famous blogger here, actually. What is your favorite travel destination? So then we talked about traveling a little bit. And then I made a voice note telling her like stuff that I've seen on her profile. And then I asked her, so tell me, have you ever dated a French guy before, blah, blah, blah. But this is, I mean, this line, honestly, you don't need to use it if you're not like a foreigner in your country. This is just something I say. But I have so many different examples where I don't necessarily say that line. Like literally in my program, I'm going to show you, this is, I have different weeks in my program. And one of the PDFs is the 50 Shades of Game PDF. And inside the 50 Shades of Game PDF, I gave you so many different conversations, even on Tinder. Like this is a conversation with Milana, for example, I'm going to show you. And this is a Tinder conversation that I had with Milana. And you will see, like, I don't use the same lines. Like, for example, Milana, Limo, oh, you look Italian, even your name sounds Italian, na, na, na. And then we start talking. And then what do you do here in Thailand besides breaking hearts, blah, blah, blah. And I go over the whole thing, you know, and then next thing you know, she gives me her number and we date, you know. But this is just an example, and I have so many examples, guys. But I'm not going to stay too long on that because there's so many things I need to cover still. But I'm gonna show you everything. I'm gonna show you everything shortly. So let me stop sharing this for now, and let's actually go back to the presentation real quick. So I've shown you some conversation examples. But this is honestly just the tip of the iceberg. This is literally just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more, okay? And as I said in my program, we cover that way more in depth. I have a document called the 50 Shades of Game PDF, and I show you dozens of conversations examples inside, like literally dozens. And that's how simple it is. Like when you know how to text and you have the right profile and you understand the texting principles correctly, like you will get results consistently. And most men suck at this, but you can take advantage and really stand out. Now, imagine if you're doing this for a few weeks, like all these guys did the same thing I showed them and they got amazing results, all of them. And it's not just online stuff. It's cold approach, it's social circle too. Like I've shown them everything. And even the mindset, like we work a lot on inner game because it's not just about the techniques. It's about also the actual inner work that you need to do as well, like the inner game, because your mindset is everything, man. Without the right mindset, none of these systems are going to work because you're not going to stay consistent. If I look back on my life, the past 10 years, meeting beautiful women and enjoying intimate moments with these beautiful women have been some of the most beautiful moments of my life, literally. That and obviously going out with friends and traveling and all of that. It's all, my whole social life has been amazing. So let's talk about how to determine if she's a high value woman, actually, because I'm going to show you these systems, but you still need to pick the right women, you know? So what does a high value woman mean? Well, here's the thing. If you want to waste your time on low value women with these systems and just hook up, that's fine, bro. That's completely fine. But you probably know the consequences of you associating with low value people long term. So I also did that in the past. It's not like I fucked some high value women all the time. Like some women have been hot, but not necessarily high value, I would say. Some of them maybe used to take drugs or they're smoking or whatever. They're hot, but they're not engaging in the right habits. They're not like super smart girls. And I like to date smart girls, but I also like to fuck hot girls too. I like both. Ideally, she's not only smart, but also hot. But sometimes you just want to fuck because you want to fuck, right? But long term, you want to associate with high value women. Because you as a high value man, obviously you want to date high value women. So yeah, and a high value woman is going to multiply your energy. It's not going to drain your energy, because the wrong women are going to drain your energy and they're going to bring a lot of drama. But a high value woman is going to bring peace, clarity. She's going to respect your time. She's going to help you with your vision. So it's no different than choosing a business partner. Like a low quality business partner is going to waste your time, but a high quality one is going to bring something to the table and it's going to really multiply your momentum, right? So it's the same with women. Like high value women help you win faster, right? And even like with other men, if you bring hot girls with you everywhere you go, like when I go to, let's say a business friend of mine invites me to his party, right? If I bring a hot girl with me, well, people are going to perceive me as a winner, because if other guys see you with a hot girl, like they're going to feel like, oh, this guy is a fucking champ. This guy, he's able to pull that caliber of women. So he's a champ, you know? So even other business owners or other people are going to associate you as a winner if you have hot girls around you. Okay. Now here's how to find high value women? That's $1,000,000 question. And I'm going to share you 10 things to focus on so you can recognize a high value woman. Number one, most high value women are a bit shy usually. You know, if she's uncomfortable talking to you in the beginning, it's a good sign that her body count is low or even zero. But a virgin is rare these days. But yeah, you want to find women who keep their body count low, who are a bit shy, who are feminine. You know, maybe they don't dress. They don't dress too provocatively. Like they don't dress too promiscuously. Like they dress nicely, classy, whatever. It's important too. And they understand the importance of being feminine because they understand polarity, right? Because the more feminine she is, the more masculine you're going to be next to her, right? So it's important for a woman to be feminine. Now, also a housewife, like if her dreams are to find a man, settle down, give birth to kids, etc., that's a good sign that she's high value as well. But if she wants to be like this independent career junkie girl that always chases her career and whatever, then yeah, she's gonna create a lot of headaches. Now, number 4, if she has a low no body count, of course, this is also something we said before. Good family. If a woman doesn't have like a good upbringing, good family and whatever, this is also a red flag in my opinion, especially her relationship with her dad, because subconsciously she's going to repeat the patterns that she had with her dad. Now also behaviors. So her behaviors before sex and after sex, you know, things like even simple things like she won't curse, she won't raise her voice, she's not talking shit, she's behaving well, smile on her face, she says please and thank you, and she's grateful that you're actually spending time with her. You know, another thing is that she works out. You know, if a woman doesn't work out long term, for me, it's a lower quality option than a woman who actually works out and takes care of her health. Also, a good posture, like her body language, the way she stands, walks, and sits, and all of that. All these things, like just having that etiquette, that just the way she behaves, her manners are super important long term as well. Because if you want to sit at a table with other business owners and closing multi-million-dollar deals with your wife next to you, you want your wife to have good posture. You don't want to have this girl that doesn't understand like good posture and etiquette, right? Another thing is smile. Like you want a high-value woman that's positive, smiley, grateful, all of that. And a woman that's not too consumed by social media. Now, it's okay if she's on Instagram, but it's not okay if like she's too consumed by it and she's just like never present. She's like too ADHD and she can never do anything. And she's just like scrolling, doom scrolling all the time. You want a woman that, yes, she's on social media, maybe, and ideally she's a bit private on social media. And by the way, with my system, you can actually find women who are private on Instagram and you can DM them as well, because you can actually send a message to people who are private. And I message women who are private all the time. Like I find so many women who are private on Instagram and I message them. She doesn't need to be public as well. So that's another little detail about my system. But anyways, now we've covered all 3 parts of this system: how to become visible online, send the right message, find high value women. We've covered a lot of this stuff, but there's so much more, guys, so much more. This is just one small piece of the system that we covered. And yeah, I mean, what do you think you can do if we cover everything else? Like imagine, like this is just one, literally like one tiny percent of what I teach. Imagine with everything else, okay? Because there's so much more. So do you think that if we stop here now, okay, have you gotten like at least a bit of value from this webinar? Just tell me, have you gotten at least just a little bit of value? Let me know. Type 1 in the chat. I hope you got some value a little bit. John says 1. KZ 1. I can tell you've got game. Well, thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. Mark says 1. Okay, perfect, guys. I appreciate it. Breaking hearts bid was gold. Yeah, I like to say, so what do you do here besides breaking hearts? Or like, oh, why did I never see you here before? Why are you hiding? Things like that. These are pretty cool. But there's so many lines that I can actually have. Like in week 6, I'm going to show you. I have like a DM script, and you can take so many sentences like these. If you liked the breaking heart thing, I have like 20 of those like that. So anyways, guess what? We haven't even covered the best part yet. Okay. Now, would you agree that not only this would help you with booking more dates, but also it's going to give you clarity and it's going to help you not waste time, you know? So based on what we talked about here, would you still keep doing it your way, or would you change your approach a little bit? Based on everything we said, are you going to keep doing the same thing as before, or do you think you could change your approach a little bit to get better results? Because if you've been getting the same results, guys, like you're going to get, if you don't change, nothing changes. If you don't change the way you do things, you're going to repeat the same patterns. So you have to understand as well here now that this is the time to change. This is the time to really draw a line in the sand. Like today, you need to draw a line in the sand and really commit to really changing your approach a little bit and testing new things, testing things that you haven't done before, right? And do you think that as a system, do you think that this system would make your chances with women higher? Probably yes, probably yes. And now I hope you agree that having an Instagram, etc., is super important, and that you need to also, you know, learn the proper systems. So anyways, now the fact is, as I said, that everything I shared so far in this webinar, this masterclass, is just a tiny part of the whole system. Like literally, this is like 1% of the 1% of things that I can show you. Like, do you realize this? Because I only have like a bit of time with you. So you will, even like these screenshots that you see here, these are little like subsystems, because there's a whole system and there's subsystems. There's different little subsystems that I teach. But it's like going to the gym. Like right now, it's like you're going to the gym and you're standing in front of the weights and you're walking without touching anything. Like you showed up, that's great, but you didn't necessarily grow yet because you didn't really have all the systems and you didn't implement yet everything I'm going to show you. But now you know. It's good to know. Knowledge is important, but you need action and you need to have the right system now. And the real game really starts after the date is booked, when you show up. Because booking a date on Instagram, that's the easy part for me. Like for me, the easy part is actually booking the date. I have no problem booking even 20 dates this week. If I want to book 20 dates this week, I guarantee you I can do it. Like this week, 20 dates. And we're Wednesday here. I mean, Tuesday night, Wednesday technically. And I guarantee you if I want, I can book 20 dates. But that's not the real game is actually when you show up on the date. Because the most important part is closing the deal. It's not like booking the deal. Booking the deal is easy, but closing the deal is where the magic is, right? And that's when everything you say, everything you do, and how you show up determines whether you close or whether you crumble, right? And that's when you separate yourself as a premium man, like knowing how to build tension, knowing how to lead the date with confidence, knowing how to be seductive without trying too hard, knowing how to go from casual drinks to her wanting to come to your place, knowing how to embody masculine energy. Like these are the type of things that you need to learn, not just like, oh, how to approach or how to get a date on Instagram. Like how to get a date on Instagram. That's the easy way. I'm going to show you how to get dates with Instagram, with dating apps, with cold approach, with everything. But the next part is closing. And that's what turns her interest into obsession. That's what makes her chase you. That's what premium men do consistently, you know, because once you understand that part, that's when you dominate your dating life. Like you need to be a closer. Okay. You don't want to be just the guy who gets like scheduled dates. You want to be a closer. So when you're going to understand this, you're going to walk into every interaction with certainty because you know exactly how to lead it and where you want it to go. You're going to understand the psychology behind what you're saying. You're going to read the signals. You're going to move with a calm, powerful, seductive intent. And what happens is that she's going to feel it, you know? And that's when everything starts to click. Like you stop getting ghosted, you stop overthinking, you stop wondering where you stand with her, you stop wasting time on girls who drain your energy. Like everything is going to click one day for you once you understand those things. Okay. And instead of all the things I've mentioned before, girls are going to start chasing you. Girls are going to start wanting to be with you, and you're going to build a real consistent pipeline. And you're going to attract the kind of women that most men will never get the chance to date. Okay. And how do you do that? Well, by implementing the right system. There's actually a conversational system and an escalation and sexualization system that I teach that is honestly, I could say, the best in the world. I have the best escalation and sexualization system in the world that I'm going to show you in my program. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. If you can implement the systems to close a date the same way you did to book a date, literally with roadmap, do this, do that in the easiest way possible, like, would you do it? Would you do it? Because if you do it, I guarantee you, you're going to get results. Now, I'm going to give you two choices right now, okay, guys? Two choices. And you want to stay on this webinar for the next few minutes because this is literally the most important part. I'm going to give you two choices right now. Choice one, you show up on the date and you just pray it goes well, and you try to figure it out on your own based on the things you've learned in the past, whatever. And it might work, it might not. Or choice two, you consider this one-in-a-lifetime offer that I'm going to give you, and you gain the most unfair advantage compared to it's going to be the most unfair advantage compared to any man you know who isn't having that opportunity. So how can I even help? Well, I solved every problem you can think of in your mind when it comes to dating. I've been doing that consistently for the past 10 years, and I did that for over 6,000 men. Now, if you want my help, I need one thing from you. I need you to commit to changing your life, and specifically your dating life. If you do that, if you commit today, I'll take care of everything else. If you just commit, I will take care of everything else. So let me ask you a question. What would it mean to you if you get from my dating life is average, my dating life sucks, to, living a life your friends look up to, living a life that most men are jealous, they're literally jealous about? If you can attract the woman you actually want, if you can become proud of who you are, proud of the life you're living, if you can have, me leading you step by step to your goal, if you can solve all your dating problems once and forever, imagine just solving this part of your life forever. What would that mean to you? Okay. And you have to realize dating is becoming harder and harder. Like, the more time passes by, the more you're getting older. Like today, literally today is the youngest you'll ever be. Starting today is the youngest you'll ever be. Tomorrow you'll be older. After tomorrow you're going to be even older. Every day that passes, you get older. And every day that passes, like, moments of your life are just, going away. So now is the time. Now is the time to take action. We're already in 2025, guys. 2025. Can you believe it? Like, literally, like, I feel like yesterday it was 2015. I feel like, yes, literally, like 2015 was yesterday. We're already in 2025. Like, time flies like crazy. Now, with that being said, would you like to know the exact system I use and the exact system that over 1,000 men like you use to completely solve all of their dating problems and finally live a life they want, while at the same time crushing their careers and their business? Would you like to know? And Bruno, for example, he says, like, this process is life-changing. Aaron as well. Aaron, he says, I have transformed into a better person, and now he's living a life 100%. Tom says, this is the most comprehensive thing I've ever seen as well. So do you think you can get there, these results? Probably not. However, I mean, maybe you think that. However, if you want the same results, you need to take the same actions. You need to have the right systems. Actions lead to results. Gavin, the reason why now he's able to book like 4 dates in a week, as you can see on the screenshot here, he sent me this a few weeks ago, is because he has the right system that I've shown him. Lars, same thing. Lars, he's one of my clients. He's been able to get 5 dates in 5 days, literally just after 2 weeks of working with me. David as well, he took action and now he's dating 2-3 women consistently. If you take the same actions and you implement the same systems like these guys, you'll have the exact same results. I can guarantee you that. And personally, I'm going to keep, working with you until you do. I literally gave them a cheat code and now they can do whatever they want. So these guys have 2 things that you don't have yet. First, they have an exact step-by-step system on how to master their dating life. And second, they have me. And I'm usually very humble, but they have me. Like, I'm literally, honestly, I would say right now in 2025, I'm one of the top 3 dating coaches in the entire world. I might have a small channel, not a crazy huge audience. Because listen, there's actually the guys who have like millions of views and millions of followers who teach dating. They're very mainstream and their programs suck. I took their programs because they have to go mainstream. They have to go mainstream. They have to go with the cheesy pickup lines and whatever. The guys who are a bit underground like me, that you don't see everywhere on social media, that are niche, these are the guys who have the best systems, trust me. So this is something I want to say as well. Now, here's the fact that I know about you. You have the same intelligence as these guys that I've shown you. You have the same capabilities. You have the same motivation. Like all these guys, the success stories that I've shown you, you have the same intelligence. You can do this too. You just need the right systems. And you probably have the same amount of money or more, or kind of you can afford whatever I'm going to give you. And you have the best possible timing when everything is 50% easier in the summer as well. Because now is the best time to level up your dating life, the summer. Because in the winter, it's cold, it's dark, especially if you live in like Europe or some country where it's cold in the winter. It's just like summer is the best time. You have a massive unfair advantage if you start implementing these today, this week, you know? And we've produced over 1,000 case studies, which is probably more than anyone else in the world. We have the highest client success rate because our systems are just like bulletproof and you can just copy paste everything. So when you put together the greatest dating program in the world with one of the top dating coaches in the world, aka me, it's a humble brag, you get the greatest opportunity to become a man with a top 1% dating life. Now, here's a warning. The investment is going to hurt a little bit because it's premium. I don't want to work with losers. I don't want to work with guys who don't value their time. And the price reflects that. However, it's underpriced. And if you believe me, I know that you'll invest in working with me as soon as I drop the link to sign up. Because if you don't invest as ASAP, it's probably because of one reason. It's belief. You either don't believe in me because you think I'm making this up, you think I'm overhyping it, or I'm just spinning stories and just trying to squeeze money out of you all, or you don't believe in yourself. Because the guys who believe in themselves, they're going to invest in themselves, purely and simply. If you love yourself enough, you're going to invest in yourself. Like the guys who don't love themselves, they don't invest in themselves. So if you don't, either you don't believe me or you don't believe in yourself. The thing is, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. And I'm not even asking you to believe in yourself. I'm asking you to believe in me and my methods. Okay? Because my promise to you right here, right now, is that I'm going to give you 100% of my heart and soul. And I will I will go to the moon and back to give you the results you need. I'm always going to be responsive. I'm always going to be with you, but I just want you to trust me. All I need from you is I need you to listen, to follow my lead, and your ability to act on this opportunity. So now, drum roll, finally, let's dive in. Welcome to the Harvard. This is literally the Harvard of dating programs. This is the Rolls Royce of dating programs. Literally, the Bugatti of dating programs. And this is the Dating Accelerator Mentoring 3.0. Now, let me tell you an interesting story that changed my life. When I remember back then, when I was 20 years old, I was living in Canada. I was studying in McGill University. I was broke. Like literally, I was living paycheck to paycheck. My parents were sending me $1,000 a month to pay my rent and whatever. But literally, I was just surviving in college. And that was the hardest part of my life. But I didn't give up. And guess what? I made the craziest decision in my life at that time. Okay. I took all the money I had. I borrowed some money as well from my credit card. And I made an unrealistic decision at that moment. I literally spent $4,000 on a boot camp with my mentor. So my mentor, now he doesn't teach that anymore, but I literally spent $4,000 on a boot camp. And that decision to work with the right guy, like to work with my mentor, he gave me no other option to succeed. And that's why I'm successful right now, is because I invested in myself and I made the same decision that you're going to make today. And the results is 10 years later, 1,000 people I personally mentored who changed their lives forever. And now I want to give that gift to you. So here's the deal. I'm going to show you exactly what is the Dating Accelerator Mentoring in a few minutes. Like right now, literally it's going to take you 2 minutes. I highly recommend staying here. And I'll give you 2 main gifts if you stay as well. First, I'll give you bonuses that you can't even buy from us. And second, I'm going to craft an offer for everyone who joins me in a way we never offered to anyone before, not even our clients, okay? Now, here's exactly what you'll get inside the Dating Accelerator Mentoring and how it works. So basically, inside the mentoring, there's 8 weeks. I'm going to personally lead you through the simplest, fastest, step-by-step path to transform your life and take control of your dating results. Now, as I said, the curriculum lasts 8 weeks, but you have lifetime access after the 8 weeks as well. So it's not like, oh, you join the program, you go through the 8 weeks and then it's over and then bye-bye. I don't know you anymore. Just ciao, bye. No, you're still there. You can still learn even 5 years from now, 10 years from now, okay? The program is like building a house. We start with the foundations first. So basically week 1, We cover the Playboy foundations. We cover how to position yourself the right way in the sexual market, how to become the ultimate prize, how to position yourself in the top 1%, how to weaponize your attention, how to adopt this new Playboy reality that I'm going to show you and really change your mindset. And week 2, we're going to cover how to really embody this new character and how to really transcend your identity to become the you 2.0. You're going to become a 2.0 version of yourself, and really I'm going to show you how to reverse engineer your whole success with women and become that guy. Now, week 3, we're going to cover Playboy charisma and approach, like body language mastery, the Bulletproof approach system, like how to approach women in real life, whether in the street, at the grocery store, anywhere you go, you're going to know exactly how to approach women, everything. Week 4, we're going to cover the verbal system, from open to close, exactly how to attract, how to build investment, how to flirt, how to sexualize, like everything. Then week 5, it's my closing system, like how to close the deal on dates, like how to, when you have a date, how to make sure you have sex pretty much every single time. And when you go out as well on nightclubs, we're going to cover the nightclub seduction system, how to crush it anytime you go out, anytime you go to a bar, anytime you go to a nightclub, how to crush it. And all of that. Now, week 6, we're going to cover the online system. We've already covered a few things on this masterclass, but we're going to go like 100 times more in depth. Like we're going to cover the really like precise stuff that makes all the difference, and how to funnel girls into your profile, and how to literally automate everything so you don't have to waste time and get dates almost booked automatically every single week. Now, week 7, we're going to cover relationships mastery, like how to retain women long term, how to become a sex god as well, like how to really make them chase you sexually. We're going to cover, ethical manipulation secrets and polarity secrets, like how to be, exceptionally masculine with women, and how to really have a strong frame with them. Now, week 8, we're going to cover social circle and networking. So everything you need to know about social circle, about the nightlife industry, about how to have that rock star lifestyle in your city, like how to have amazing connections, etc., and how to really infiltrate the best social circles in your city and build your own as well. So social circle is super key as well. So literally from week 1 to week 8, we're going to cover everything you need to know when it comes to dating. It's like a PhD. It's like literally a master's degree on dating. It's like the Harvard of dating programs. And we cover all the systems. Now, the Dating Accelerator mentoring has 3 main parts. Number 1, you're going to have lifetime access to our members area with everything on it, like all the videos, everything. Number 2, we have live coaching every single week. Every single week, you can come on calls like these, and I can coach you live. And number 3, you get special bonuses that you're going to get today only. Okay, today only you're going to get them. So first of all, the exclusive members portal with everything, all the videos, you're going to have like your own username and passcode, and you can access the members area and have everything on it. You also have live coaching. So we have live calls every week, and you're going to have basically like all of that, lifetime access to the portal, the calls, and I'm going to give you my legacy books as well. I wrote 3 books: Playboy Secrets, Instagram Secrets, and Triggers of Power. Those are 3 books that I wrote. I'm also going to give you these books. But the Dating Accelerator really is about having that transformation. Like literally in 2-3 months, you're not going to recognize your dating life. You're not going to recognize yourself even. You're going to make so much progress in your life, like not only in your dating, but even in your mindset, in your fitness, in your business, in the money you make. You're literally not going to recognize yourself in 3 months. And here's what I'm going to do next. Just because you've taken your time to be on this masterclass and you've committed to improving your dating life, I'll make you an offer that would literally never be possible if you were not here today, right now, not under any conditions. So let me ask you a question. What would be a fair investment for something like this? Like, what would be a fair investment for you? Because if you could work with Warren Buffett and take all of his systems and strategies to be able to become an amazing investor and make millions, what price would you put on something like that, right? Or if you could work with Steve Jobs and take all of his systems and strategies that he's put his life into to make the biggest company in the world, like what would you pay Steve Jobs right now to teach you how to have the success he had? Or what would you pay Alex Hormozi, if you know this guy, to basically teach you how to make millions a month with his business? What would you pay for that? Okay, and to me, what Warren Buffett is to investing, what Steve Jobs is to tech, what Alex Hormozi is to online business, that's me to dating systems. That's literally what I've dedicated my whole life into so far. And that's not even a fucking joke. So if I had a dating problem and the dating accelerator mentoring required like a 15,000 investment, personally, I'd be more than happy to make that investment. And I strongly encourage you to make the same commitment. But don't worry, it's not $15,000. Now, here are some exclusive bonuses you'll get today if you sign up. Number one, if you sign up, I'm going to give you a 60-minute one-on-one call with me as well. I don't even have this as an offer. However, I'm going to give it to you for free because you're on here. I'm going to do a private one-on-one consulting call with you, and it's going to be private one-on-one, where I'm going to personally give you the fastest strategy possible for yourself. Now, bonus two, you're going to get access to the Higher Self Mastery program. This is one of my legacy programs along with the Data Accelerator, and we cover a lot of things about health, fitness, mindset, spirituality.
Now, thanks for watching this video so far. Unfortunately, that offer that I've shown you right now isn't available anymore because it was only available to the people who attended the webinar live. However, if you book a call with myself or my team using the link in the description, I'll be able to give you a really good offer as well if you decide to work with us.
The bonus three is that you're going to get lifetime access to the circle. So the circle is basically my special group on Telegram. I don't know if you guys know Telegram. You probably know Telegram. It's my special community. And this is something I built over the past 10 years with all my previous clients, all the people that I've worked with. And inside, you're going to find a lot of top performing men. And we share top information. We share things about business, about dating, about marketing, investments. So you'll be in a position not just to learn from seven-figure entrepreneurs and CEOs, etc., but you can also meet them and make connections. I'm going to connect you with guys all over the world, literally anywhere you are, whether you're in Netherlands, you're in the US, you're anywhere. I have guys I can connect you with in every city, any major city. I have guys I can connect you with, literally. So by joining the program, not only do you get the best systems in the world, not only do you get a one-on-one call with me, private, so you get a lot of one-on-one attention. I'm going to hold you accountable, but you also get a lifetime access to my private brotherhood, my private network, where all my clients and all my top performing guys congregate inside. We all congregate inside the circle. The circle is a place for winners inside Telegram, where every single day you can ask your questions and we share all the best stuff. So when you sign up, you get that bonus lifetime along with the program. Okay, now just ask yourself what your life would look like when you're around people that are making millions, that are dating girls consistently. Like literally, you can ask any question 24/7 and get answers from millionaires, literal millionaires. You can just ask questions. You can get answers from millionaires, and you can literally ask any dating questions 24/7. And I'm very active inside the group. Like I talk every day inside the group. Idris, for example, one of my past clients, he's still inside the group. He started a brokerage business after he gained some knowledge inside the circle. He literally started his business through the circle. Same thing, Johan, he says the circle is the most valuable group. Like literally, it's the most valuable group he's in right now. That's what he said. Like this is insane, guys. Like Umag, he said his life changed because of the group. So the group that I'm going to put you in once you join the program, the Circle Mastermind, like this alone is worth the 2K or the 3K if you pay in 3 times. The group alone, you're going to join like literally, it's like Andrew Tate, the War Room. You know the War Room by Andrew Tate? This is a bit the same kind of thing. Of course, I'm not Andrew Tate, and I'm not saying it's like exactly like the War Room. It's not. But you're going to join literally a network of guys that are on the same path, and you have lifetime access. Like lifetime access, you can get access to me and access to 7-figure entrepreneurs, and you can network with other guys. This alone is worth the 2K that you're going to invest. But this is nothing compared to the one-on-one call we're going to have, compared to the lifetime access to the full program and all the systems that I'm going to show you. Now, also what you get is you get 12 months of free access to our weekly accountability calls every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, literally tomorrow, literally at 9 p.m. Estonia time, that's going to be like 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time, you get like an accountability call every Wednesday. So you can join these calls starting tomorrow, like literally, and you have all access to all the replays. This is how these guys also changed their lives, is because I really held them accountable, through the calls as well. Now, bonus 5 is if you sign up today, on top of everything that I've said, you're going to get $1,000 off for any live bootcamp you join in the future. As you know, or maybe you don't know, I actually host boot camps in real life. Like I was in Los Angeles and Las Vegas a month ago. You can check my Instagram. I was in Los Angeles a month ago. I was hosting a boot camp with 5 clients. And that boot camp is $4,000. Literally, you get $1,000 off if you join today. Okay. And you're going to sit at the same table as me and at the same table as other millionaires, other guys that are crushing it. And this is honestly invaluable. Like you sitting with me on a boot camp is going to be one of the best experiences you have, because you're going to see exactly how it's done, and you're going to have a fantastic weekend, and you're going to know actually with your own eyes, you're going to be able to see how I do it. And I'm going to be able to give you feedback as well on what you do. So you get $1,000 off any boot camp as well. This is my bonus if you join a boot camp, on top of the monthly calls, on top of the circle mastermind, on top of, you know, the one-on-one call we're going to have, the higher self-mastery program, and the dating accelerator above all, right? The 8 weeks that I'm going to share with you. So you have everything, guys. And every week you have tons of resources that you can download in the program. Like in my program, you have so many resources. Like in week 1, I'm going to give you all these resources: the assessing your values sheet, the know thyself mission, the mastering the dark forces mission. Like this is on week 1. Week 2, we cover also the higher self prophecy. This is super important. The higher self journal, the dating success report. Week 3, I'm going to share with you my bulletproof approach system, my body language mastery PDF, my presence manifesto. Week 4, I'm going to share with you the verbal system unlock, the verbal optimization sheet. These are all documents that you're going to have for life. These are all resources. Week 5, we're going to cover the one night stand manifesto, the one night stand checklist, the 10 laws of wingmanship to have an amazing night with your friends anytime you go out. Week 6, we cover the Instagram system PDF, the 50 Shades of Game with all the conversations, the Playboy branding with how to brand yourself like a true Playboy online. Week 7, we cover how to make her invested, ethical manipulation, daily power triggers. Week 8, social circle blueprint. This is a whole, like these are literally books, guys. Like the social circle blueprint, it's more than 50 pages on how to build a social circle. Like any resource that I share with you every single week, because there's 8 weeks and we have so many resources. All of these are literally books that I'm giving you, you know, literally. Like all of these are literally books that I'm giving you. And there's so many other resources. Like I'm going to give you so many planners and things that you can use to really become efficient and really crush it in every single area of your life, okay? You have so many things that I'm going to share inside the program, okay? And you have so many PDFs. This is the members area. You can log in and log out. You have your library with all your products. And this is the data accelerator. You know, the data accelerator, you have access to all the videos, everything I've said. You have access to the circle here. You can click and you can have access to the circle, the mastermind that we have. And you have all the videos. Like literally, if I click, for example, on this video, it's going to open up. And this is a full video, literally 60 minutes, the Bulletproof approach system. I go super in depth into how to approach women in this single video. But I have so many videos. Every week, you have like 5 to 6 videos of 1 hour. Literally, those are 1 hour videos. And you have 5 or 6 of them every week. And on top of that, you have like all the resources. Like, look, this is the action items section in week 1, the resources section. You have literally 12 resources to download, 12. Like if I just download this, bam, it's going to download right now. And this is like a full document. This is like a 60 pages document, literally, where I show you like every document, it's actionable. You have everything. And this alone will change your life.
So if you want to get 1 to 3 dates a week consistently without wasting your time or sacrificing your work, then check out the link in the description. Unfortunately, that offer that I've shown you right now isn't available anymore because it was only available to the people who attended the webinar live. However, if you book a call with myself or my team using the link in the description, I'll be able to give you a really good offer as well if you decide to work with us. And once again, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.